Hey, it's James, Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. It's kind of funny. I have people set appointments with me and they go, what's your name again? Or I have people who say, your Instagram was gone. I couldn't find you for the while. What? I say hashtag how I got custody all the time. Why don't you Google that? It's so easy to find me. And my gender is so shiftless and lazy. They want someone to come knocking at their door with some Amazon service. Hey, here's an update. James lost his Instagram account. He started a new one. Here it is. Like, if you're in need of watching my videos and you can't find me with all the information you've seen before, and you don't know how to Google and just spend 2 minutes looking for me at the most, you're going to get destroyed in court if you're that shiftless and lazy. Now, let's talk about attorney fees. If you're in Washington State, I have a defense against attorney fee packet that has a whole bunch of case law in it. I had a guy come on here and say, and obviously I'm in my vehicle right now. I had a guy on YouTube. He said, "Oh, you just couldn't help yourself but to be in your car, not do this at home. Like we want to watch you in your car." This guy is so stupid. He doesn't care how valuable the information is I'm sharing. He only cares about the high-tech studio I'm sitting in. Is I need, CNN technology to be able to broadcast to him. That's my shiftless, lazy bum, new generation fast food drive-through, glitz and glam gender nowadays. So if I was in my car showing you a treasure map and how to find a pot of gold, that dude would say, I don't want to hear about your pot of gold. Broadcast that stuff from your room or from your home. That would be stupid. How much more valuable is your child than a pot of gold? Anyway, here I am, and I'm not going to cater to a bunch of prissy little diva feminine men saying I need to do stuff the way they want me to do it when I'm the only one out here doing this stuff. Go tell that to Judge Anthony, who charges $600 an hour. See if he'll obey you. Most feminine, fruity, soft, simpy generation we've ever had in the history of the world is right here in America. And countries are destroyed when they attack and take out the alpha males or the strong men. The men are the protectors. You take out the protectors and turn them into fruity little divas, you don't have protection. Anyway, back to attorney fees. So, attorney fees. Somebody said, "Oh, it's very highly likely that you'll get awarded attorney fees." Somebody asked, "What's the chance of them awarding attorney fees?" I said, "Make the correct argument." Then somebody came up behind me and said, "Oh, it's very highly likely." So that person was citing all the losers who don't make an argument in a courthouse where you're supposed to make arguments. If you don't argue your side to win, you automatically lose. If you're playing a basketball game and you don't play defense and you only like, passing the ball, you only like, the offensive side of things, and all you do is launch three-pointers and stuff, you're going to lose if you just don't go back and you let the other team score. You got to defend yourself, right? So, with attorney fees, this is the problem. You and your attorney don't go look up the law on attorney fees. You're in a court of law. They have to do stuff according to the law, and you don't argue the law on your side. You just walk into court and they say, "We want attorney fees," and the judge goes, "Okay," and your attorney didn't defend it, or your attorney said, "Please don't award attorney fees," and that's it. That is a losing argument. And the guy who gave the legal advice in the comments said, "You will likely get attorney fees awarded to you." And he doesn't cite any legal authority as to why he says that. He just gives in and gives a quitter comment. I'm so sick and tired of people coming in and say, the system is like this, the system is like that. No, your dumbass is such a lazy, shiftless coward of a legal team, you and your attorney, you won't go in and fight and argue the law. I talked to guys who had attorneys for 6 months or a year. What are the factors in your state for determining custody? I don't know. So you've been in a court of law on a custody battle and you know what the law says about the different factors the court has to consider for custody? How is that even possible? How come you never ask your attorney, what does the law say? Even people who watch my videos where I say it starts with the law first. It starts with Charleston versus Granville and your constitutional right. Then it starts with statutes in your area. Then we talk about evidence and the science and stuff. Nobody picks that up for some reason except the 1%ers, which is what I'm here for. And I get dummies commenting, you will likely lose. Yeah, if you don't argue. So why don't you do something? Like if somebody says, what are the odds of me getting fat and being obese later in life? Well, it's 66%. As long as you eat crap and don't exercise. So how about you do what the 33% does and you'll have a 100% chance of staying in shape? See, this is how stupid my gender is. You look at all the losers in court, how they lost, and you say, this is my outlook on life. I'm going to follow the lead of losers, and I'm going to look at everybody who couldn't get a job, everybody who failed at something in life. And you're aspiring to do that. If you're aspiring to be an actor, and you hear all the horror stories of actors that got rejected and doors closed on them stuff, and you say, I'm never going to be an actor. You're probably right, dummy. So what are you even trying for? Why are you even in your custody battle if you say, you lose on this, you lose on that? How about you get the winning argument and give that a shot? Now, it's possible that the court system is so bigoted and biased that they'll rule against you and ignore the law. But at least try and make the legal argument. So here's a legal argument for attorney fees. Number one, most states like Washington have a statute that says when awarding attorney fees, the court must consider the party's resources and availability. That's what the statute says. Then if you go into case law or higher court precedent, and if you don't know what case law is, and you've been watching my videos, you're an idiot for not getting a consult with me or not figuring this out. You need to find out what case law is, because you can find a case probably that's on point with what you're doing. Like, let's say your dad going for full custody because the mother's a drug addict. If you found it in, let's say you're in Maine or New Hampshire. If you Google New Hampshire Supreme Court, custody, father, mom, drug abuse. If you Google that and you do some research and you get off your lazy butt and don't have, oh, woe is me, I can't try and do what it takes to, I mean, think about somebody who's fat and has a personal trainer they're paying great money for. And the personal trainer says, if you eat this food and you do these exercises, in 3 months you will lose 60 pounds. And that personal trainer was fat before, and they have proof that they got lean based on what they're doing. And you're paying them, and you're not doing what they say. How stupid does that look? First of all, to pay a trainer that you're not following the advice of. And then second of all, you know, your health is going bad, you're fat, you got diabetes or whatever, and you're not listening to them to your own detriment. You hate yourself. This is what I deal with every single day, like a personal trainer telling somebody, just do what I told you to do and give it a shot. Maybe there'll be some DNA problems or it'll be slower. Your metabolism is slower than whatever, but you'll be on your way. This is what I'm telling people all the time, and I still get, no, look, everybody else is fat, and I'm fat now, look at me now. And you get depressed about your current condition, and you don't do anything to move forward. This is what I'm dealing with all day long, every day. So if you look up the law on attorney fees and then you find some case law, the case law says in Washington that the court must balance the need and ability to pay. And let's say I'm in a court hearing. My baby's mom, she says, I spent $2,500 on this motion. I want James to pay for it. I would argue the case law in Jones versus Jones, Williams versus Williams, or whatever. I would cite the case law and say her attorney fee request has to be based on need and ability to pay. She has to prove, number one, her need for help, and then my ability to pay. She has to prove both. It's not my burden to defend it. It's her burden to prove that. She hasn't proven that I have the ability to pay. I'm pro se. I can't afford an attorney anyway. That's evidence right there. That's your number one argument in most states. And some of you stupid, moronic, dumbed down, airheaded, brainless idiots don't even attempt to say that. And then you start crying because you lost when you didn't even attempt the basic common sense argument, not even just case law. Then I say she doesn't have any need because in her financial declaration she said she spent $5,000 retainer on an attorney. And a lot of people say, well, she got it through a loan or credit card. So the law doesn't say I have to pay if she got it through a loan. She doesn't have any need because she was able to pay. Whether through a loan, borrowing money from family, a gift from somebody, she paid him up front. There's no more need. It's all settled and done. Those are some of the arguments, but you need case law in your specific state, and you have a chance to win. Don't be a coward and punk out.